Hey there, if you're over 50 and struggling with belly fat, you know you're not alone. But here's the good news: reducing belly fat at this stage in life is easier than you think. You just need the right approach. No crash diets, no endless cardio. And in today's video, I'm going to break down the real reasons belly fat sticks around after 50 and the exact steps you need to take to lose it for good. Let's go. So, first, let's really talk about why belly fat seems to get worse after 50. It's not just simply because we're getting older. That does play a role in it, but there are really kind of four main culprits that are involved here. One of the maybe less obvious ones would be hormonal changes. We all know that we're going through those. You know, women have the declining estrogen, men have testosterone, and both of these can increase fat storage, especially around the midsection, your muffin top or your love handles that we don't want to have. Number two would be slower metabolism. Muscle mass naturally decreases as we age, and so that's obviously going to slow down calorie burn. Number three is going to be insulin resistance. Over time, the body becomes less efficient at processing carbs, making belly fat more stubborn. Number four is going to be chronic stress. High cortisol levels, your stress hormone, promotes belly fat storage. Here's the thing: all of these factors can be managed. I'm going to show you how. But first, I've compiled everything that I'm sharing with you in today's video into a free PDF. All you have to do is comment belly fat in the comments below and I'll send it over to you. Once again, all you have to do to get the free PDF is to comment belly fat in the comments below and I'll send it right to you. Now let's talk about what actually works for reducing belly fat over 50. You don't need gimmicks. You just need three simple pillars. And I'm going to break these pillars down for you here in just a second. What I want you to also know is that each pillar is going to have a separate little subsection to it to help build upon this. Okay, so let's start with number one. It's going to be eat smarter, not less. The key isn't eating less, it's eating the right foods. Now, there is a sub to that. If you're eating more calories than you're burning per day, obviously you're not going to lose the weight. In fact, you run the risk of actually gaining. So you still need to be in a calorie deficit, but you don't have to be over extreme with this. You just got to make sure you're burning more calories than you're taking in per day. Number two in this section is going to be prioritizing your protein intake. Protein is the most thermogenic of your macronutrients. So you have carbohydrates, you have fats, and you have protein. Protein helps maintain muscle and keeps you feeling fuller longer. So you really want to look for lean meats, fish, tofu, and eggs. The second subsection in this pillar is going to be cut processed carbs. So you want to reduce sugar and refined carbs that spike insulin. I had mentioned this earlier. You want to look for leafy greens, fruits, and vegetables and stay away from those simple carbohydrates like overprocessed breads and things of that nature. Number three is going to be healthy fats. Healthy fats are your friends. So we're going to look for things like avocados, nuts, olive oil. They help keep you satisfied and they're really, really good for cellular communication, protecting nerve damage and nerve communication as well. The fourth section here is hydration. I mentioned this in another video. Hydration is key. Many times we mistake thirst for hunger. At the very least, you want to aim for at least 8 glasses of water a day. My recommendation is to take half your body weight in ounces of water. So if you weigh 100 pounds, you would do 50 ounces of water. Now, pillar two, we're going to want to build muscle to burn fat. Now, look, you don't have to spend hours in the gym, but strength training at least 3 days a week is an absolute must. Why? Because more muscle equals higher metabolism. As we know, as we age, our metabolism slows. Strength training reduces belly fat more effectively than cardio. A lot of people don't realize that. You'll stay independent, strong, pain-free as you age. Even bodyweight exercises like squats and push-ups can make a huge difference. And this is also not gym dependent. You can do this at home or when you're traveling. The third pillar is going to be managing stress and sleep like your health depends on it, because guess what? It absolutely does. High stress and poor sleep keep belly fat locked in place. How do we do that? Managing stress, for example, you want to try meditation, deep breathing, or even a daily walk to lower the cortisol. You definitely want to prioritize your sleep. You want to aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Poor sleep leads to increased cravings and fat storage. And also, a lot of people don't realize this is the growth that you want to achieve when you work out in the gym actually happens in the recovery phase. So you break the muscle down, you micro tear the muscles when you're in the gym, but when you sleep, that's when the muscle repairs itself and builds. And finally, we want to reduce our late night eating and snacking. You want to give your body at least 12 hours between dinner and breakfast. And if you must absolutely have something to eat, make it protein, because again, remember, protein is your most thermogenic of the macronutrients. And so this is really going to, if you give that 12-hour time window, it's going to help improve your fat burning. Now we're in the final section, section 3, but if you stick around, I got 3 bonus tips that will be highly effective as well to help speed up this process for you. This final section is called the number one mistake people make over 50. Most people really overcomplicate this. They jump from one extreme diet to another. They do endless cardio, hoping to burn off belly fat, and they completely ignore the 2 most important factors. Number 1, strength training, and number 2, protein. Big mistake number 1, crash dieting. Crash dieting slows your metabolism. When you severely restrict your calories, your body adapts by burning fewer calories. A lot of people don't understand that. This makes it harder to lose weight and easier to regain it and maintain it. We don't want to maintain that. We want to maintain that muscle that we built, right? Next, endless cardio. Endless cardio burns muscle, not just fat. Cardio, as we know, is really good for our heart and cardiovascular health, but overdoing it while ignoring strength training can cause muscle loss, which lowers your metabolism and makes belly fat even more stubborn. Next up, neglecting protein. We talked about this a little bit before, but neglecting protein means losing muscle. Muscle is your fat burning engine. I'm going to state that again. Muscle is your fat burning engine. Without enough protein, your body struggles to maintain muscle, leading to slower fat loss and softer body composition. And you're probably wondering what the fix is. So obviously we want to focus on building muscle and eating enough protein. This is what we've been kind of alluding to and talking about all along, right? And just some reminders. Let's make sure we're strength training at least 3 times per week. This doesn't mean you have to lift super heavy weights. You can do body weight exercises, resistance bands, and go a little bit lighter on weights. All of this works wonders for keeping muscle and metabolism high. When it comes to protein, you want to look to 25 to 30 grams of protein per meal. This really helps to support muscle retention and keeps you feeling full. Again, things like lean meats, eggs, fish, Greek yogurt, tofu, legumes, and then, of course, ditch the all or nothing mindset. You don't have to be perfect. Small, consistent, intentional changes will take you much further than any extreme approach ever will. If you take one thing from this video and this conversation today, is I want you to understand that you can lose belly fat over 50 and it's simpler than you think. And I believe in you. So again, focus on protein, movement, stress management, and the results will come. All right, now we're to those bonus tips. I like to call this quick wins for faster results. So let's dig a little bit deeper. So if you want to have even faster results, I've got 3 bonus tips here that can make a huge difference. Bonus tip number 1, the hydration equation is what I like to say. We talked about this a little bit earlier, but I want to dig a little bit deeper into this. Again, many people mistake thirst for hunger, and this obviously leads to unnecessary snacking and weight gain. So here's your solution. What you want to try to do is drink a full glass of water before coffee. You want to follow the 8x8 rule. At the very least, 8 ounces of water 8 times per day. Again, remember, I suggest doing at least half your body weight in ounces of water. And then, of course, you want to adjust that based on your activity level. So if you're extremely active, you'll need to increase your water intake. Some other ways to get water on board is you can look to consume water-rich foods like cucumbers, watermelons, and oranges. They all help you to stay hydrated, and it also helps you to feel fuller. Bonus tip number 2, the power of fiber. Fiber really is your secret weapon for belly fat loss. It helps slow down your digestion, helps keep you feeling full longer, and of course it supports a good, healthy gut. So you want to load up on high fiber foods like chia seeds, flax seeds, lentils, and leafy greens. And if you can start your day with oatmeal or a fiber-rich smoothie to keep those cravings in check, that would be highly beneficial. And also within your smoothies, you could put those chia seeds, you could put those flax seeds and things like that to help aid in getting your proper amount of fiber per day. Bonus tip number 3, walk after every meal. One of the simplest fat burning hacks that you can possibly do is walk for at least 10 minutes after every single meal. So one of the great things about this, when you walk after a meal, it helps to regulate blood sugar, it improves your digestion, and it helps to prevent fat storage. So try making a post-meal walk a non-negotiable habit. It's one of the very best things you can do for your body. So if you're serious about feeling stronger and healthier and more independent over 50, then you need to watch this video here called 5 Must Do Exercises for 50 Plus, no weights, no gym required. I'll show you the exact exercises that will build strength and mobility no matter your fitness level. So click here to watch the video now, and I'll see you there.